Hi, welcome back to the channel. This is Tarot Talks with Jodi Anne of the Witching Half Hour or So. We are doing your March reading today. We're going to be pulling some cards, giving the collective a look at what's coming up in March. I had an idea today that we were going to do kind of an interesting spread. We're going to look at 3 cards for what is kind of opposing you or what's heavy for you or what's kind of you're working on. Let's call them your struggles. So we'll do 3 cards on your struggles and then 3 cards on your blessings so that we get a look at what this month has to offer. That's what I decided because it's been kind of big, right? Like February was really intense for a lot of people. There's been some significant shifts. I feel like this is a bit of a big year. So let's look at both aspects, give you some insight in what's going on. I know a lot of you are working on some really amazing projects. I know a lot of you have got a couple, irons in the fire this spring. So let's have a look at the struggles and the blessings so that you could move forward with as much information as possible. Okay. The deck I'm using today is the Steampunk Tarot. It's a super fun deck. There's a link in the description, an affiliate link of mine that will take you to a site where you can buy it. Have a look, click through if that's what's resonating with you today. Otherwise, I'll meet you right back after I shuffle. These are the cards we have for your struggles. What you're going to be working on, what you're going to be releasing, what's going to be coming up and feeling tender and maybe a bit raw this month. We have the Magician card, the Hermit, and the Nine of Cups. And I think it's really interesting because all 3 of these cards are typically a really good omen style card, right? The Magician talks about how we have personal power, how we have agency, how we're able to use our tools and manifest what we need, really understanding that we are always co-creating with the universe and creating our destiny. The Hermit is about deep understanding of the self, being able to go inward and know our wants and desires. And the Nine of Cups, abundance, baby, just overflowing glee. Look at how happy that lady is. Doesn't that look like the party you want to be at? These cards, though, are in your position in this spread of what you're struggling with. For a lot of you, what's going to be coming up when we look at the Hermit and the Magician together in this spread is imposter syndrome, right? You are definitely moving through and expanding and blossoming. And what is that bringing up? Insecurity, feelings of not being enough, feelings of imposter syndrome, because you're challenging those old ideas you have. Not only are you challenging them, you are actually doing things that contradict them. So our psyche is going to step in and it's going to try to protect us from rejection and pain and suffering. So imposter syndrome. So know that's the root of it, my love. Know that one of the reasons you're feeling like you're in deeper water than you're comfortable with or playing out of your league is because you're moving into the new realm. You are leveling up. Growth is not comfortable. It never has been and it never will be. It doesn't mean we should stop. I feel like when we look at that Nine of Cups card, I think that there's a tendency to block the abundance coming to you, to block the blessings coming your way. That's your struggle this month. Looking at where do you self-defeat? Where do you convince yourself to not take action? Where do you convince yourself you're not good enough? When are you stepping into the shadow aspects of these cards, right? With the Hermit, we can look at when do you refuse to reach out? When do you stay safe in thought instead of going into action? With the Nine of Cups, when do you dream small? When do you push away goodness? When do you feel not worthy to receive? These are the vibrations that are going to come up all of March, okay? This is the part of the month that is like coming in like a lion. And it's springtime, so we have those gentle winds of change if we choose to use them. It's a new birth phase. A lot of us really come out of hibernation and get active in the spring because we attune to all the energies around us. And now for the blessing part of this reading. We've got 3 cards for the Two of Cups, Six of Swords, and the Temperance card. So these are your blessing cards. These are the things supporting you. This is what you have to rely on. This is where you can lean into after battling the things you're battling with your hardship cards, right? So the first thing you need to know about what's around you is look at that too. You have so much cooperation and so much support and partnerships. There's times you can collaborate. There's things you can, or people you can, and it feels like more than one person. It feels like multiple people that you can lean into and partnerships that you can rely on as you move forward. People who have wisdom for you, people who you can work with, people who you can share with. This is a big support system. So much of what you're doing is that real internal work, like looking at our imposter syndrome, looking at how we block ourselves. So just being able to share that and the back and forth with another person, look at the kind of magic it weaves when you look at this card. Look at that beautiful, like double helix style collaboration you can come up with. Then we have the Six of Swords. So the Six of Swords is always, always, always about blessings and divine guidance. I love how this deck has that balloon, right? That kind of Zeppelin thing happening. So you have someone in there with you. You have someone showing you how to hold the rudder, keeping you steady, inspiring you. This is when your spiritual foundations, your practices, your meditation, your connection with spirit, all of that comes together to keep you going forward. That's the whole idea of the Six of Swords. It reminds you that even on solo pursuits, you're never really alone. You have support. You have your spirit guides. You have your intuition. You have all those things with you in your boat all the time. It's kind of like the lower arcana's version of the lesson behind the magician card, right? The magician is about how you always had all the tools. It's about Dorothy finding out that the ruby red slippers are with her all the time. The Six of Swords is kind of like that as well. You have power with you. You have guidance. You can attune to what you need to. You can find the answers. You can get the stillness. You're never really battling alone, even on solo battles. And then we have the Temperance card. Again, knowing that these transformations we go through, the changes we go through, do not have to be upheaval. We can have gentle change. We can have those breezes of change, the gentle winds that come in and shift things. That's what this spring is about. And the Temperance card reminds you that this is not a tower like we went through last year. This is not a big upheaval. This is the gentle sifting back and forth. You have the time to examine your beliefs. You have the time to think about things. You can find wisdom in the stillness as things settle. Every lesson you go through, everything you accomplish, every hurdle you overcome, every time you tap in and start taking stock, that's your superpower, right? You're going to be still, think about things, let them settle, use your clear vision, and then gently move forward again. These are the blessings you can rely on through the transformation, through the growth phase that you're going through this spring. I hope that makes sense to you. I hope that resonates with you. Whether your changes are big ones, whether they're in your internal life or in your business life, so many of us are going through a real springing forward this year, a real expansion moment. So just take it in. You have everything you need. Now, if you've made it, I'd like to ask you to hit the subscribe button. I do this every month. I bring you insights and understanding to help you understand your world spiritually, to help give you an edge on your healing, your journeys, your business, whatever's going on. You can visit my webpage, jodiannepsychicmedium.com, where you can find information on how to book your own reading with me. I have affiliate links too if you'd like to purchase any of the tarot decks that I have shown on my channel. Thanks for watching. I hope this helps you as always, and I'll see you next month.